First impressions are truly what matter when it comes to a smartphone based on design and hardware quality. And that is truly the story with the Walton Primo S4. Hello everybody, this is Oliver from Techitron, and today I'm bringing you the review of this, a good-looking smartphone by Walton named the Primo S4. So let's just get into the review and see what's good about this smartphone and tell you how I used the smartphone over the past week. Since we did get this review unit before its actual release, I want to show everybody how it came in the box and do a completely, fresh unboxing instead of having to put everything back in the box and show everybody. So right up the front you can see we got some new packaging here with the smartphone up here, branding, and the warranty information as well as the name of the device itself. This side is pretty bland. Here we have some specifications. We'll take a better look at that later on. And here we have a new, let's say, motto, Big Vision, Grand Innovation. Pretty nice. So I'm really excited to get into this. We got the top lid off. Keep that aside. Oh god. So yes, as always, we have the device up front. And you know what? Let's just get this done fast. Oh, nice. Screen protector over here, as usual. But let's just keep this to the side for now. As soon as you open it, you have your warranty card. Oh, some information I can't really show you. Micro USB cable. Pretty standard affair. Wall charger. Oh, it's a SIM ejector tool. Okay, that's interesting. And here we have headphones. Now, this isn't the flat type headphones. These are like round wired headphones. So not tangle resistant. But not really a big deal. Oh, and silica gel. Don't eat these, folks. Do not eat. Because you might die. Oh well, that was the unboxing. As I mentioned in the introduction, the design and hardware are the main features of this device, so let us start off with that. The moment you pick up the Primo S4, you know that this is a premium device purely because of how good the build quality is. We have an aluminium magnesium alloy metal frame going all the way around this device, and that is really what gives you the premium feel. On top we have a Gorilla Glass 3 screen, and on the back we have Dragon Trail glass so that you can get good protection if in case you drop the device or if you keep it with something that's hard and you risk scratching it. Now, the most important thing about this is how thin it is, and that's 7.5 millimeters. Now with this thin profile, we also have 129 grams of mass on this. So all these combined, you have a very good package in your hand, which feels very comfortable to hold. It's not difficult to maneuver around, and the lightness just makes it very easy to play around with. So I'm having no problems doing such tactics like this. Another thing I'd like to mention is that this back is very reflective. In fact, you could use it like a mirror, because if you just keep this nice and polished, you can actually see yourself very clearly outdoors. So that, I guess, is a plus point that may not have been intended. On another side, this finish is also very prone to fingerprinting. So as you can see right here, every time I touch this, I leave a mark on it. But that's easily, counterable if you just wipe the device. A common drawback of glass sandwich devices. I really like some of the attention given to detail on this device. For example, you can find the speakerphone on the bottom and it's all machine drilled. So everything looks very nice, along with the micro USB port. Other than that, we have these very nice buttons which are all metal, and they're very nice, responsive and clicky, just the way I like it. Although it's a little strange because we have the power button on the left hand side and the volume up and down button on the right hand side, and I'm usually used to it being the other way around. Now since we are on the side, you can also see we have the SIM tray or the micro SD card tray, whichever way you look at it, because we don't not only have a nano SIM but also... Fuck! And now getting back to where we were. On the right hand side we have the nano / micro SD card slot, so you can either put a nano SIM in there or a micro SD. And on the opposite side we have the slot for the micro SIM card. So that gives you both expandable storage and flexibility when it comes to what type of SIM you want to use. So that's a big plus. On the display side, we have a 5-inch 1280 by 720 display with a pixel density of 321 pixels per inch. Now this is a pure black IPS LCD display, and the main highlight of the display is that it offers you very deep blacks. So what we can see from this particular image from the new OnePlus 2 wallpapers is that the blacks look very nice, and they're very deep and offer quite similar, style to AMOLED. So that was very surprising because you don't really expect this type of deep blacks coming from an IPS display. Now, color reproduction is also very nice, as you can see on these marshmallow wallpapers. Everything looks nice, bright, and vibrant, and things look crisp and sharp. And the 5-inch display at this size and at this form factor is very easy to hold, nice to handle, and everything just, feels very good. Let's go ahead and talk a bit about the performance side of things. So starting off, we have a MediaTek 6592 processor inside, which is octa-core and is 1.7 GHz. We got a very decent Antutu benchmark score of 32,980 out of this. Other than that, we have 2 GB of RAM built in, along with 32 GB of ROM, so that's quite a lot of space. And given that we also have microSD expansion, you're going to get a lot of space, so no worries over there. Since we are talking a bit about the performance, I think we should mention the battery life. Now, the battery life got me towards about, let's say, a day and maybe a little bit more than a day, 27 hours of battery life. And it was very good. I was very happy and pleased with it, so long as I could make it through to the end of the day with my entire phone intact. The battery is a 2200 mAh unit and is obviously sealed and non-removable because we have that glass sandwich built over here. Today for the gaming aspect, we have Goat Simulator, which is one of the games that I actually recently got, and I really like this game. It's very actually intense, so it goes to show off some audio as well as the visual abilities of this device. Again, the performance is really good, so you don't really need to worry about anything, especially when you're running games. So do take this opportunity to notice that even though the speakers are on the side and I'm not covering them, audio is very good. So here I can just select wherever I want to go. And I mean, this game is very silly in the sense that you don't really have anything to do. It's just you're a goat. Like, literally, that's all there is to it. You're a goat. And you attack people and do stuff. So here I am. Let's go around. See, as you can see, everything's very nice and smooth. No problems, no frame skipping, no lag, no nothing. And overall, an excellent gaming experience. Okay, no crazy goat. On the software side of things, we have a lot of stuff to discuss. So right now what you just saw was Smart Light, and that is when you just simply double tap the screen to turn it on. Something very basic, and we've seen it on other devices as well, but very good to have this here. Other than that, we have lock screen gestures, so I'm just going to start off by showing only one, which is the camera gesture. You draw a C, and you open the camera immediately from the lock screen. Now this is obviously customizable, and we have a lot of customization options given in this entire smartphone, and we'll go over them slowly. But first off, let's just show you the actual software running on this device, and that is Android 4.4.2 KitKat. So 4.4.2 KitKat obviously offers the same good performance that we've been known to get from KitKat, and I was very pleased with the software. Everything looks nice and shiny, smooth, and pleasing. So you can see the nice KitKat Easter egg. Now this is the stock launcher that comes with the smartphone, and as you can see, it's very nice, basic. We have a different theme on the icons over here, interesting, nice animations and whatnot, etc, etc. Going down the notification side, we see something different, and it's a little bit different from stock Android, but you still get your notifications and your toggles. And this is actually customizable, so if I go into more over here, I can actually choose between what toggles I want on the notification dropdown. Again, I am warning you, this one might get a little long. So while we are talking about some customization features, let's go into the settings and start from the top. And here we have the theme engine. So first of all, you get some local themes that are already found on the device, but you can also go online and get other themes. Right now I'm not connected to the internet, but these are some of the basic themes that you find on the smartphone. Now this is also applicable for the lock screen as well, and we have some different lock screen type of themes. So let's go ahead and maybe, let's see, okay, let's put this one as a theme and apply it. I'll just close the lock screen and show you. And voila, as you can see, you can just unlock different mechanisms, different wallpapers, etc, etc. You can also change up the font if you want, which is something I haven't usually seen in devices like this before, but it's great to have this high level of customization available for the user. Now, other than that, we have this thing that's called the magic thumb, which is kind of like, you see, whenever you drag your thumb around, you get these little animations and whatnot. But I choose, I usually prefer to keep it as nothing, because that's basically my preference. Now, on the schedule tasking, you can schedule power on and off, and you can even schedule when you want to send SMSs, and that's also very handy. Since we are over here, I'd also like to show you that this comes with a second launcher, which is launcher 3. So if I use that, I get something very similar to the interface that we found on the Primo NX2, and you can actually shift between whichever one you prefer. It's completely up to you. And again, I'm emphasizing on the fact that there's a lot of customization options available for this device. Moving on, let's show you some other features such as those in the security department. So first of all, software lock. Now what is this? Well, software lock enables you to lock certain applications. So for example, I have selected the messaging application, but I could also select any other application. So let's say I want to software lock, the gallery. I software lock that, and I'll just go back and find the gallery. And if I want to open this, I'm going to need to apply the password. And there you go. Very handy. You don't need a third-party application for this, but it's very good to find this over here on the phone. Going back to the security section again, we have authority management and even notification management. So I can select what applications I want to give me notifications just like this. Very handy again. We even have a lot of granular controls with the lock screen, so I can choose obviously my screen lock type, but also whether I want to enable widgets or not. Other than that, make passwords visible, unknown sources verified. We are all very familiar with all these. And finally, as I mentioned, I want to show these parts, which is like, it offers you a help guide. So if you're confused with stuff, you can actually just go and read through that. But here, the Smart Awake. Now I showed you this with the camera C gesture, and it opened up the camera, but I can actually select this and do different things with it. So let's do the Paint E one. I can select a different application. Let's say I want the calculator. So close this, Paint E. I hope this works, and yes, it does. And we have the calculator opening instantly. So let's go back to the settings. So yeah, those are there, and again, the smart light thing. The float multitask window. Now this is something very interesting, and it offers sort of multitasking right over whatever you're doing. So suppose I'm in the messaging thread talking to one of my friends, and I need to do a particular calculation. So I open up the float multi-thread thingy, and I go and find the calculator, which is right here. And I can do whatever calculations I want right over the application that I'm using already. And I can just simply press this to make it go away, or press and hold the back button to absolutely make the thing go away. I can even bring in things such as, let's say, the music player. And okay, I don't want to play that, copyright issues, but you get the issue, right? I can do a lot of things, play the videos, and even there's a game mode which locks down the home button and everything so that I don't interrupt myself when I'm playing the games. Very handy, very handy. So at the end of the day, the basic summary of the whole software situation is Walton has offered a lot of granular controls, especially for the user, even though we don't have anything stock on this. For the camera, we have a 13 megapixel BSI sensor on the back and an 8 megapixel BSI sensor on the front with a flash. This small unit, as you can see here, is the single LED flash. And on the back, we also have a single LED flash. Now, the camera interface here is the same as what we've seen in the Primo NX2. So if you do want a detailed overview of that, just go over and check out that video. We'll leave the link in the description so that you can see better how this thing functions. But basically, it's still the same thing. Camera quality, as you can see, shutters nice and fast. And some of the images that we've taken have yielded very good results. As you can see, colors are nice and bright. Everything looks very good and sharp. And even the front-facing camera, an 8 megapixel camera, looks and produces some very good quality images. I took this just a while ago, and this is Mushfiq, and yeah, things turned out very well. We got a good bit of detail, although sometimes we saw some overexposing when it came to outdoor pictures. But other than that, overall the camera yielded very good quality photos, and we were satisfied with our results most of the time. The gallery has some neat and handy software tricks, which I'd like to show you right now. So first up, we have a set of filters that can change the color tones and everything of the device, similar to what you'd find on other third-party applications. You also have the ability to put on different types of frames and whatnot, and even obviously crop the image, rotate, straighten, etc, etc. You can also control the exposure and stuff like that, and increase the brightness or contrast and stuff. So it's very handy if you've got, and if you're interested in posting images to stuff like Facebook or Instagram, and you want to change things up a little bit from the original image and add some filters. So it's very handy for those people who, especially given the good quality selfie camera we have here, it's very handy for those people who post to social media a lot. And finally, we're at the conclusion of our review. So let's go over some of the points about the Primo S4. First of all, we have an excellent design and build quality. After that, we have a feature-loaded software experience, as well as a very good rear camera and a front camera which is 8 megapixels with an LED flash. So it's really good for all you selfie lovers out there, especially if you want to post to social media and stuff like that. Very good for you. Other than that, we have a sealed-in battery, which, although it did get me through an entire day and some more, I would have liked it to be a little bit bigger, but at the end of the day, no complaints because it got me through the end of the day. After that, we have Android 4.4.2. Now, even though this is KitKat, it will be upgradable to Lollipop, and it is mentioned on Walton's website, so I am waiting for that to see how Lollipop deals with this device. All in all, at 15,990 taka, this is an awesome device, and I personally really liked it. So, thank you for watching our review. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join us on our Facebook page, and also make sure to check out the written article on our website. Thank you.